हेलो गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। तो ये जो वीडियो है वो एज अ डॉक्यूमेंट्री मेरे को रिकमेंडेशन में आया था मेरे इंस्टाग्राम से। तो लेट्स गो चेक इट आउट। हमको कोई आइडिया नहीं है इस वीडियो किस बारे में होने वाला है। बस बस ये टॉपिक दिख रहा है, बीटीएस वर्सेस अटेंडेंस अवार्ड शोज। तो डेफिनेटली कोई डॉक्यूमेंट्री होने वाला है कि बीटीएस का अवार्ड शो का लेके कुछ। हम फालतू स्पेकुलेट कर रहे हैं, देखने तो वाले ही। लेट्स गो चेक इट आउट। तो अगर तुम लोग यहाँ ज्वाइन किए हो तो वीडियो एंड तक देखना और लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब करके जाना। लेट्स गो।
Before you dislike the video or leave a hate comment because you assume my opinion on this, I want to ask everyone to please watch the full video first. My
ओके,
intention is not to discredit any artist's music or achievements. What I want is for every fandom to realize that this practice is not good for anyone. It may seem like it's nothing because your favorite artist is winning, but it's actually hurting them and every other artist in the music industry. But let me start with the beginning. A couple of weeks ago, the 2022 Video Music Awards were premiered on MTV. BTS were nominated for 6 categories. 4 of these were fan-voted categories, meaning that the artist with the most votes wins. BTS's large dedicated fandom, ARMY, are without a doubt the biggest voting force in the world. ARMY has not lost a single
डेफिनेटली।
voting in any big award show in the US or in South Korea. That is, when the voting rules are strictly followed. So that means that BTS were taking home at least 4 awards that night, right? Not really. As ARMYs were already expecting, the winners of every category were being announced throughout the night, and BTS were losing all of them. Several news outlets also reported that another act won Group of the Year, the biggest category BTS were nominated to, but this was before the winners were officially announced by MTV. So, in the end, BTS won a total of 1 award that night. But how did ARMYs and the media already know that BTS were going to lose? The answer is extremely simple. They were not there. And this is not a conspiracy theory or a crazy guess.
Hey yo, welcome to the biggest music party of the year.
The MTV VMAs are probably the most famous attendance awards, which is when an award show ultimately decides who is going to be the winner of categories they promoted as fan-voted categories. ARMYs know this. The media knows this. The
भाई लिटरली ये सब ये हम बोलना चाहेंगे ये सब। भाई हमको कोई सामने ये पहन के दिखा ना भाई, हम तो उसको भाई बुली कर देंगे। इतना ना कि अगला दिन से मेरे सामने वो चेहरा नहीं दिखाए भाई। भाई ये लोग ना बचपन में बुली नहीं हुआ है भाई, तभी ये सब पहन के आ जाता है। मजाक नहीं कर रहे कुछ भी। ये क्या है? हम तो ये पूछी क्या है? हम तो भाई कोई ऐसा सेलिब्रिटी मेरे सामने ऐसा आएगा हम एसोसिएट ना करें, चाहे वो कितना भी। हम अगर फैन भी हुए, कंसीडर बीटीएस भी, सोच ये पहन के मेरे सामने आ गया तो हम इग्नोर कर देंगे, मजाक भी नहीं कर रहे। क्योंकि मजाक एक तरफ है, एक एक होता है इमेज, एक अपना तरफ है भाई। कुछ भी करना है भाई, मतलब पॉपुलैरिटी के लिए कुछ भी कर लेना है।
artists know this, and MTV admits this. Now, you may be thinking, isn't this illegal? Well, it's technically not, because even though MTV promotes in every platform imaginable, telling people to vote for your favorite artist, here's the link, you need to vote for this category on our website, you need to vote for this on our Instagram. If you go all the way down their official voting rules, which you need to look for yourself because there's not a disclaimer or anything like that before you vote, you can find this. A sponsor reserves the right at its sole discretion to cancel, terminate, amend, modify, extend, or suspend the voting process, and reserves the right in its sole discretion to determine the winners. Read that again. MTV's sponsor reserves the right to determine the winners. So it doesn't matter if an artist loses the votings. If MTV wants them to win, they have the right to do so and not tell you about it. And the media knows this. This magazine wrote, "At a sponsor's sole discretion seems to be the key here. MTV has all these rules, but then sticks lines like this in there to ensure that no matter what, it's MTV and not the voters calling the shots." This entertainment critic said for a magazine, "I think it gives credence to the long-standing suspicion that MTV will alter who the awards go to, regardless of fan votes, if an artist is going to be present and or announce something."
Which artist will take
ये तो डेफिनेटली अवार्ड शो का भाई सबसे बड़ा पार्टी यही है कि भाई उस- जो भी अच्छा मतलब जो एमटीवी को बहुत पहले से देखते हैं, मतलब जो लोग सपोर्ट करते आ रहे हैं, और काइंड ऑफ ये लोग का बिहाइंड द सीन डोनेशन भी चलता है, तो जो वो लोग को सपोर्ट कर रहा है वो लोग को एमटीवी पुश करेगा। पुश नहीं भी करना है पर जो सबसे अच्छा अच्छा आर्टिस्ट है वो लोग को जानबूझ कर पुश आउट करेगा कि भाई वो लोग का व्यूअर्स एंड तक देखे। अब नहीं मिल रहा है तो अगला साल फिर से इस बार तो जीतेगा, इस बार तो हाइप बना दे। और एक बार जीत गया तो वो क्लिप बार बार सप्लाई होगा और बार बार सब देखेगा। तो उसको बोलते हैं बिजनेस स्ट्रैटेजी। ये गलत है बट ये बहुत पहले से चलते आ रहा है।
Home VMA for the video of the year.
The fact that MTV can ultimately choose any winner they want doesn't mean that every winner lost the votes. It just means that if the actual winner is not present, MTV will ask one of the losers who is attending if they want to receive the award. If they accept, they will get it, and the actual winner will lose. Or at least this is what it's said by the media and the artists themselves. Ed Sheeran said this for a magazine in 2015. I got the BMA because Pharrell didn't turn up. I did. They said, he's not here. Do you want it?
I seriously forgot what I gotta say.
The VMAs is one of the most famous award shows in America. So many iconic moments from the music industry happen here. However, it's not considered one of the big three, which are the American Music Awards, the Billboard Music Awards, and the Grammys. And the
ये
VMAs
तीनों तो
are
आप लोग
not
सब लोग जानते
considered
हैं।
one of the big three because it lacks
वीएमएस तो हम पहली बार सुन रहे हैं। हम पहले एमटीवी का म्यूजिक अवार्ड्स का वीएमएस नाम था, हमको ये भी नहीं पता था। हमको पता था बस एमटीवी कभी कभी म्यूजिक अवार्ड होस्ट करता है अमेरिका में।
professionalism. They don't only choose whoever they want as the winners and make it seem like they won the votings, but also the VMAs don't have any clear criteria on why they nominate the artists they nominate. This is something that the big three does carefully. The American Music Awards nominates artists who release music during their eligibility period, have good sales, radio airplay, activity on social networks, and video views. These are all public numbers, so it is possible to predict the artists nominated because they follow these criteria. The Billboard Music Awards nominates artists who release music during their eligibility period and have the highest sales, streams, and radio airplay. This is mainly based on their own Billboard charts, so it's even easier to predict the nominated artists because they are right there. If you were present on the Billboard Hot 100, you are going to be nominated. The Grammys are different because they nominate whoever they want based on whatever they want, basically. And the ones who do this are known as the Academy, and they are supposed to be experts from the music industry. This weak criteria creates so
भाई सो कॉल्ड एक्सपर्ट, भाई दिखता कभी क्यों नहीं है
many
भाई।
controversies and corruption problems. However, unlike the BMAs, they don't ask the public to vote and then choose whoever they want as the winners. And of course, I'm not saying that the way these three award shows nominate artists is perfect. They also do weird tricks and twists to not nominate certain artists. For example, both the Billboard Music Awards and the American Music Awards deleted the top social artist category once BTS started winning every single year, even though Justin Bieber also used to win this category for years in a row and no one did anything.
Thank you everyone for loving our song Butter. Thank you.
The good thing is that at least the Billboard Music Awards and the American Music Awards lets BTS be nominated and win the categories they clearly deserve to be nominated to. And
Wait,
not because I say so, but because the numbers don't lie. This is why BTS's first nominations in America were for the American Music Awards and the Billboard Music Awards, because they had the numbers, so they deserve to be nominated. Only after it was obvious that BTS brings huge audiences to these awards, the VMAs started nominating them because the VMAs don't rely on numbers. They don't have
Right.
any criteria. Another example, Butter deserved to be nominated and win Top Selling Song at the 2022 Billboard Music Awards because it
2021.
was the song that sold the most copies during the eligibility period. However, My Universe deserved to be nominated for Top Rock Song, but they didn't win because there was another rock song with a higher average of sales, streams, and radio play. So it's fine that BTS lost. Compare these strict criteria to the VMAs. MTV simply
तो ये लोग तो मतलब कोई फायदा नहीं हुआ। हम लोग मतलब वोटिंग वोटिंग ये लोग जो दिखाता है, मतलब क्या फ़ायदा अगर वोट करके भी, अगर इतना बड़ा आर्मी लेके भी, ये लोग को तो जो करना है खुद से जो करना है, वो लोगों को कोई रोक ही नहीं पाएगा। एकदम वियर्ड है ये।
Simply decides what it's popular based on intuition, I guess, and then build the nominations around the
Influencer.
artists who are going to attend the ceremony.
How did BTS lose?
For example, at the last year's VMAs, Permission to Dance was not nominated to anything because the nominations announcement was on July, so they included it in this year's nomination list. This means that their eligibility period for this year's VMAs was from June 2021 to June 2022. That's why Permission to Dance, released in July, was nominated this year and not last year. However, this K-pop group was confirmed to attend the awards, so MTV built the nominations around them, even though they have not released any music in the past 2 years.
Let's close out 2021 with a bang. Let's go!
So, BTS's performance for Minecraft was nominated for Best Metaverse Performance. This K-pop group's virtual performance was also nominated for this category, even though it was not released during the eligibility period from June 2021 to June 2022.
मतलब वो लोग को देना ही था ब्लैकपिंक को, तो बुला के भाई सब चीज उस लोग के हिसाब से ही कर दिया।
The performance was from July 22nd to July 31st, and the nominations were announced on July 26th. So how could they be nominated before their concert even finished? How did the BMAs see the future and know that they were going to have strong enough numbers to be nominated? And even if they were psychics, this group should be nominated next year, not this year, just like they did with Permission to Dance. And ARMYs are not the only ones saying this. Ariana Grande was also nominated for Best Metaverse Performance and had 250,000 more votes than this K-pop group. So if not BTS, Ariana Grande should have won, but she was not there, so she lost.
To call these guys international superstars honestly feels like an understatement.
How was this K-pop group nominated for Group of the Year when they didn't release a single song as a group in the past 2 years? Also, the semifinals for Group of the Year were public votes on Instagram, and it seems like there were way more people voting for BTS than for this other group. So it seems like they were nominated and won because they were there and BTS were not.
You take up every corner of my mind. What you gonna do now?
How did Jack Harlow win Song of the Summer, a fan-voted category against Jungkook from BTS and Charlie Puth, when he clearly has less fans willing to vote for him? And even if you don't like BTS, how can Jack Harlow have more fans than Doja Cat, Bad Bunny, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, or Harry Styles? I'm sorry, but that's just impossible. There is simply no way Jack Harlow won the voting. It should have been Jungkook, and if not him, any other artist from this list would have made more sense than Jack Harlow. But he attended and was destined to win. He was even one of the MCs, so I guess the VMAs thought that it would have been embarrassing for him to be the MC and not actually win anything. MTV did all of this, and you really want me to believe that this K-pop singer won Best K-pop against BTS when it was supposed to be a fan-voted award and ARMYs constantly beat their fandom at every other award show. So again, it looks like she lost the votes but won the award because she was there. The same way Jack Harlow and this other group won their categories. We also need to talk about the weird categories the VMAs creates just to exclude BTS from the important categories they should be nominated to. What is Best Metaverse Performance? What's the criteria? What's their importance in music? What is Best K-pop supposed to be about? K-pop, it's not a genre, it's an industry. BTS deserves to be nominated to the genres they deserve to be in. The Billboard Music Awards, the American Music Awards, and even the Grammys are not afraid to nominate BTS to Best Pop, Best Rock, or even Best Artist. So why does the VMAs refuse to do the same? The Best K-pop category was created for BTS, so they can have an excuse to exclude them from the big categories and don't look like they blatantly ignored BTS. I saw someone say that the K-pop category was important because it it's the only way Korean artists can be part of American award shows, since their numbers are not strong enough in the country to compete for the big categories. And that is true. Since the big three doesn't have any K-pop categories, BTS are the only Korean artists with strong enough numbers to be nominated to these big
True.
categories and compete against American artists. However, MTV did not create the K-pop category to give visibility to Korean artists. They did this to exclude BTS from the big categories. Just look at Butter. Butter was nominated in the big categories at the BBMAs and the AMAs, but MTV decided to include it in Best K-pop, even though it's a song completely sung in English and it has nothing to do with K-pop. So logically, you would think that the K-pop category is for Korean artists. It doesn't matter if they're not singing in Korean. If it's like this, then the VMAs also contradict themselves, since they made two white women win the Best Latin category just because they sang in Spanish. Billie Eilish, an American white woman, and Rosalía, a woman from Spain, not Latin America, won Best Latin and went under fire because of this. So which one is it? Language or nationality?
Last one.
Now, let's address the biggest controversy of the night. Several media outlets announced that this K-pop group won Group of the Year. However, MTV then announced that it was actually BTS who won. So how did all these media outlets got the wrong information? A popular theory is that it actually was a last-minute change by MTV. This is because even though MTV made a huge deal that this group was going to perform, present, and win many awards, the ratings were still low. And this is not me blaming this group. This group has a pretty big fanbase, but award show ratings are going down every year by the millions. The only times award shows were able to prevent a huge ratings drop was when BTS attended the ceremonies. For example, the American Music Awards improved their all-time low number
भाई सोलो कैरी कर रहा है भाई ब्लैक में भाई ब्लैक पिंक का फैन बेस हमको समझ में नहीं आता, दिखता है पर दिखता भी नहीं है। मतलब ऐसे एग्जांपल ले लो, जैसे ब्लैक पिंक का फैन बेस है, ठीक ना, मतलब एज अ कंपेयर टू नंबर ब्लैक पिंक का सॉन्ग बेटर करता है बीटीएस से परफॉर्म, ठीक ना। बट जब आता है फैन बेस का नाम, ठीक है ना, कभी ऐसा ब्लैक पिंक का वोटर्स दिखता ही नहीं है हमको। ऐसे एग्जांपल ले लो, कहीं भी ब्लैक पिंक का एकदम पोस्ट आया, ठीक ना, एग्जांपल ले लो, कोई ब्लैक पिंक का पोस्ट आया, ठीक ना, ब्लैक पिंक का फैंस का नाम ब्लिंक है, आई थिंक ब्लिंक ही है ना, हाँ आई थिंक ब्लिंक है, हमको जितना याद है। एग्जांपल ले लो, गलत भी हो तो ब्लिंक ही बोलते हैं अभी के लिए। एग्जांपल ले लो, जैसे कोई बीटीएस रिलेटेड कंटेंट कोई पोस्ट होता है, रील पोस्ट होता है, तो उसमें आर्मी दिख जाता है। और ब्लैक पिंक रिलेटेड कंटेंट का भी पोस्ट होता है तो उसमें ब्लैक पिंक का फैंस दिखते नहीं है, बस रैंडम रैंडम लोग बात करते रहते हैं उस कमेंट में। वही हमको समझ में नहीं आता तो कैसे हो रहा है ये।
numbers when BTS attended the 2021 ceremony and performed two songs. The same thing happened when BTS attended the 2022 Grammys. Also, every time BTS attends any ceremony, the award show trends on social media. And when BTS doesn't attend the ceremony, the award show hashtags are there, but there is far less engagement and don't even hit the #1 position on trends. So maybe the VMAs thought that this success was interchangeable, and they thought this group was going to give the same effect that BTS gave to the big three. The biggest problem was that everyone could see that this group and other artists like Jack Harlow clearly lost the votes. So if you went on social media and tried to find anything related to the VMAs, the most popular tweets were about BTS being snubbed. So allegedly, the VMAs decided to change the winners last minute so BTS could win at least one award and ARMYs could shut up. This will also explain why BTS didn't send a thank you video, which they've done every single year no matter the importance of the award show. They've even sent thank you videos for the Kids' Choice Awards. So if they didn't
Kids'
send
Choice
one this
Award.
time, it was because this other group was planned to win and they changed it last minute, allegedly. But they've changed it too late. Every media platform had already released articles about this group winning Group of the Year and explaining with detail all the records they broke. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to be that person and say that this was not an accident. This was media play. Because I know that it is said that the media creates multiple articles in the case anyone wins, but then they post the correct one once the winner is announced. So you may think that one media outlet posted the incorrect article accidentally and then the rest followed. But it looks looks like the media didn't prepare articles for both in advance. They only prepared articles in which this K-pop group won. Allegedly, MTV and the K-pop group's label made an agreement, so one of them told the media to prepare articles in advance with all the records the group would have broken if they won this category. That's why the articles about this group winning were so detailed and thought out. Rolling Stones also customized a picture with their logo, the VMA's logo, and the name of the group. Their tweet also had "Make History" in capital letters and a star emoji. However, once MTV made their last-minute decision, the media had to delete the hundreds of articles they put out and change it to BTS instead. But Rolling Stones didn't have a post about BTS winning plan, so even though BTS did break records after winning this category, that was not mentioned in many of the articles like it was on the other group's articles. BTS had no customized pictures, no making history headlines, and no star emojis. All they had was a reused old photo and a link to see the winners list, not their own article. Like I said before, the VMAs being an attendance award show is not a crazy theory. The media and the artists know this, and MTV has to legally say that they are. So even though this is all a mess, this is not new. Other popular attendance award shows are the People's Choice Awards in America and the Asia Artist Awards in Korea. I could make videos explaining everything they did, but that would be too long, and it's basically the same that happened with the VMAs. These award shows choose whoever they want as the winners and create dumb categories so every artist attending can win. The first time ARMYs noticed that this was a thing was when the VMAs created the K-pop category in 2019, so BTS could win here and not be nominated in the main categories against American artists. This is why ARMYs created the BTS Music Video Awards. The BTS MVAs were created by ARMYs as a fun way to celebrate BTS's music and make fun of attendance award shows like the VMAs. And the hashtag BTS MVAs and Purple Carpet were a success. Everyone was there. BTS was there, Stevie Aoki was there, Tiny Tan, the BTS Mattel dolls, that one guy Jin met in Malta, the official accounts of the Eiffel Tower and Stade de France were there, the Holy Trinity was there, and most importantly, Jontan was there. So A-list celebrities only.
Yuntan was there, I swear.
There were also votings, and some of the winners were Love Yourself for Best Social Message, Home for Bob That Deserved a Music Video, Butterfly for Hidden Gem, and Blood, Sweat and Tears was the winner of the night. It won Best Choreography, Best Concept, Best Styling, and Favorite Music Video. And there was another mess because Spring Day deserved better, but it was still a very fun moment.
The American Music Award goes to BTS!
In conclusion, everything related to attendance award shows is a mess. When artists take these opportunities to jump to the top, it hurts them because the media and music fans can tell that these awards were not deserved. And please don't think that I'm shaming these artists. There's nothing wrong with being a small or medium artist. What's wrong is trying to convince the general public that you are bigger than you are by faking achievements, buying awards, constantly doing media play, and then posing happily on the red carpet like you achieved so much when you did none of that. Accept that you are a growing artist. Many great real things can actually come to you if you dedicate yourself to your music. You already have a big label behind you and people who support you. You don't have to storm out before the ceremony ends because you lost against a bigger artist. When BTS loses an award, they may be sad, but they stay there, applaud the winner, and accept the results, even if they think it's unfair. Accepting these fake awards doesn't lead to anything useful or productive. It doesn't give you the visibility you think it gives you. Bad publicity is still publicity, but it doesn't create an army. If you want to fake it till you make it, do it without stealing. You might have won against BTS, but how does that matter when you still struggle to fill medium-sized arenas and theaters? I think it's better to prove your artistry with a real audience. Growing little by little is not shameful. BTS did it, and look at where they are now. They are some of the only artists who can fill football stadiums these days, and they did it while ignoring these offers by the VMAs and other attendance awards.
솔직히 더 큰 데도 갈 수 있었고 기회도 얻었고
긍정적인 방법도 좋지만 조금 더 정직한 방법으로 좋은 음악을 만드는 게 어떨까요?
So I guess what I'm saying is believe a little in yourself as an artist. Celebrate your real achievements, no matter how big or small they are. And please follow BTS steps and stop playing MTV's game.
नाइस
A
वीडियो
couple
मैन,
of weeks ago,
नाइस वीडियो। क्योंकि फैक्ट्स तो ये बोल ही रही थी, पर जितना अवार्ड शो में तुम लोग अगर यहाँ का भी अवार्ड शो देखते हो एज ए इंडियन अवार्ड शो तुम कभी देखे होगे, तो यहाँ भी वही चीज़ है कि तुम अगर बड़ा आर्टिस्ट के साथ घूम रहे हो तो तुमको अवार्ड मिलेगा, और तुम रैंडम कोई पर्सन हो, कोई स्ट्रगलर हो, तो तुमको अवार्ड एकदम। तो वही है कि तुमको परफॉर्म करने से ज़्यादा तुमको कनेक्शन होना ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है। और म्यूजिक इंडस्ट्री में भी वही चल रहा है, अमेरिका में वही चल रहा है। तुम्हारे पास अगर प्रमोशन का पैसा है, तुम बड़ा आर्टिस्ट बन के रह जाओगे, और तुम्हारे पास प्रमोशन के लिए पैसा नहीं है तो तुम कुछ नहीं। टैलेंट डजेंट मैटर, इतना तो है कि भाई अगर तुम्हारे पास कितना भी टैलेंट हो, तुम्हारे पास अगर आइडिया नहीं है, तुम्हारे पास वो सेंस नहीं है कि तुम अपने आप को कैसे सेल्फ प्रमोट करो, तुम म्यूजिक बनाकर क्या ही कर लोगे, कितना भी अच्छा म्यूजिक हो। तुम अगर ज़्यादा लोग तक वो पहुंचा ही नहीं पाओगे। जैसे एग्जांपल ले लो, बीटीएस का म्यूजिक इतना अच्छा है, अगर बिग हिट इतना अच्छा से प्रमोट नहीं करता वो लोग को, तो वो लोग का भी वैल्यू नहीं रहता। तुम लोग कितना भी डिसएग्री कर लो, वो हम लोग तक पहुंचता नहीं। वो कोरिया में ही रहता, फेमस होता पर उतना भी नहीं, वन ऑफ द केपॉप ग्रुप रह जाता, चाहे सॉन्ग सेम भी हो, कितना अच्छा सॉन्ग भी हो। पर भाई मार्केटिंग टीम होना जरूरी है इतना बड़ा आर्टिस्ट बनने के लिए तुमको, कि इतना तुमको लोग अराउंड द वर्ल्ड देखे। तो एक समझ लो, टैलेंट तो इम्पोर्टेंट है, टैलेंट के से साथ मार्केटिंग टीम, तुम्हारा जो मीडिया में प्रेजेंस है। सोचो एग्जांपल ले लो, बीटीएस का फैन इतना बड़ा है, हम लोग आर्मी इसलिए है, इसलिए नहीं कि वो लोग का म्यूजिक अच्छा है, वो लोग जो करता है वो भी अच्छा है। तो एग्जांपल ले लो, वो लोग जो भी करता है, तो हम लोग रन बीटीएस देखे, बॉम्बे देखे, फिर सुगा का सच्चिता देखते हैं। तो वो सब के वजह से हम लोग आर्मी बने, ना कि म्यूजिक की वजह से। म्यूजिक तो है ही, म्यूजिक तो बहुत कोई अच्छा बना रहा है, म्यूजिक का अच्छा म्यूजिक का कमी नहीं है। अच्छा म्यूजिक तुमको छोटा छोटा रैपर का भी छोटा छोटा म्यूजिक सुनो, अच्छा है, क्यों क्वालिटी बढ़ चुका है, क्योंकि सब अभी म्यूजिक सीखना इतना इजी हो गया है। तो हम लोग एज अ आर्मी बने वो लोग का पर्सनालिटी के लिए, वो लोग का स्किल्स के लिए, वो लोग और भी कितना, वो लोग नेचुरली जितना फनी है उसके लिए। तो अगर ही करते हैं हम बहुत सारा ये अवार्ड फंक्शन का चीज़ से, और हम ये सब सुन सुन के यूज टू भी हो चुके हैं। बट वो बहुत अच्छा से मतलब समराइज करके बताई। तो डेफिनेटली वीडियो 10 आउट ऑफ 10 था। अगर तुम लोग लाइक नहीं किया हो तो जाकर लाइक करो, हम भी कर देते हैं इसको, वीडियो को लाइक। और जो ओरिजिनल आर्टिस्ट है उसको भी सपोर्ट करो। अभी के लिए मेरे में भी सब्सक्राइब करो, हम और भी ऐसा वीडियो लेते आएंगे। तो अभी के लिए चलते हैं, बाय बाय, टाटा, सी यू, सायोनारा गाइस। और सब्सक्राइब करना। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग।